Welcome everybody to the Copilot Exchange. My name is Steven and I will be hosting a series of educational videos and stock reviews. And this is the first of that series. If I ever talk about a stock and I'm involved in it, I will 100% tell you, full disclosure, what my involvement is. So you know what my priorities are. And hopefully that will help you glean some helpful information from my experiences gaining or losing money in the stock market, and also maybe you can kind of learn along with me and join along in the fun. So I've been in it for about a year, and I've found that using a gap technique or tracking gaps in stock price action has really given me some successful metrics in 2019. So let's talk about gapping. If you don't understand what gapping is, this is a great example. This is AVGR. And full disclosure, I own it. I own it now at an average of 98 cents after today because I foolishly and very excitedly bought when we gapped up this morning. But why shouldn't I have bought? Why should I have just waited? Well, let's check it out here. So at the beginning of today, we started at about 91 cents. So I'm going to draw a line there. Then we gapped up immediately in the morning. Gapping up meaning the price action didn't travel up smoothly. It just went from 91 cents and then straight to $1.08. By the way, I'm using a 30-minute candle chart, and I'll do candle chart tutorials after this video, so you can look forward to getting a little bit more information on that side. Or you can just search YouTube. There's some great videos out there. So we gapped up to about $1.08. I bought up here. If any of you bought up here, $1.20s, don't freak out, and I'll tell you why. Gaps tend to fill. These voids tend to fill. So if you see a gap up, you can kind of hedge your bets against that this gap is going to most likely fill before we can retrace and actually experience growth. And if you don't believe me, go on Investopedia. Here's a great statement I highlighted for you. Once a stock has started to fill the gap, it will rarely stop because there's often no immediate support or resistance. And that's exactly what we experienced this morning. We gapped up. Day traders made some good few bucks up here in the $1.20s, and then we retraced. And as soon as we broke that gap line, we just fell with no support. There was no support whatsoever. And look at what happens right here on this candle I have the mouse on. Drops down to about 92, 91 cents, that gap area. See right back here? It's crossing back and filled the gap. And now look at the strength of this chart. We're starting to rebound. And most likely, when I see a gap completely fill like this, I experience retracement. We usually come right up back out of that gap and then experience growth. So that's my prediction for this stock. I actually believe it's going to retrace, and we're going to go way over the 120s. If you're not familiar, we did get FDA approval for Pantheris SV, which is a pretty awesome life-saving device. So all the best to you who own AVGR, and all the best to me as well. Hopefully we make some money on this, so good luck with it. But you want to test the theory twice on the same stock? Let's back up a little bit. And I apologize for the ads. I need to pay for a decent subscription. Here's another gap. I'm just looking. I'm just looking for random gaps right now, and it's so easy to find them. Here's another gap. I'm just drawing the lines right at the tip of the wicks of the candles, 30-minute candles. Oh, we gapped up. Well, we're going to the moon. No, you're not. You have got to fill that void before we can see solid price action. That's exactly what happened. We filled the void. You can back up even further. I could keep finding gaps for you. But you know what? Just pull up a chart and start to practice locating gaps. And as soon as gaps fill, like this one filled, you can just clear the gap. Clear the lines, clean up your chart, and start the process over again. I'm going to use one more example, and then we'll finish up this video. This is one that I've made a lot of money on in the last week, YRIV, due to just heavy court documentation and research. Full disclosure, I am not actually in YRIV at this moment that I'm recording the video, although I'm in and out of this stock, and I'll tell you exactly why, because I think this is actually going straight to $11, but that's a different video for a different time. I owned it at about 55 cents. We experienced some pretty heavy growth last week, and you see this? I located another gap. $1.15, $1.16 area, all the way up to $1.27. Now, I owned it at 55. We shot up here, and I saw that gap form, and I sold at the top of this candle in the $1.70s because I had a gut feeling And because of my past experience of charting, that this gap, we're going to have to experience a retracement in order to get back to solid growth. And that's exactly what happened. In a couple days, we retraced to $1.16, and guess who bought it at $1.16? I did. I bought it at the bottom of the gap because I saw support here. I saw the gap was filled, and the stock was doing really solid. I think I bought it right around this time frame. I bought it at $1.16, and guess what? I sold it again at $1.45. Now I'm just riding this like wave of that YRIV has given me. So I've taken profit twice. Right now I'm actually waiting for another retracement. Whether or not it happens, I'm not sure yet. I got to do some more technical studies on this stock, but you can see that gaps actually do come into play. They come into play not only for when you should buy a stock, but when you should sell. So if you're owning a stock and you see it gap up, like AVGR gapped up this morning, and I had a huge profit, but I didn't sell it, and I probably should have. We cleared this gap. We gapped up. If you were smart and you had a day trading or swing trading mindset, you would be selling above the gap. Sell above the gap, wait for the retracement, and repurchase at the bottom of the gap right here in the low 90s. So just a quick lesson learned today for myself and hopefully for the rest of you that are watching. And FYI, AVGR, everybody that was freaking out in the low 90s, now we're in the high 90s. We'll probably break $1 today if luck is on our side, and we'll keep going up and retrace. So hopefully this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments. I'm happy to help you out, answer anything, or if you have any requests for videos. Clearly this is my first one. I will keep producing in terms of what the users would like to see. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one.